with whom did you vibe very well on the sets? Like a male co-star and a female co-star. Who were the people that you vibed with?
So I never had problems with any of my co-stars. But today also, if I meet them, I could have who could I have a conversation with? I could easily have a conversation. But on the set, definitely I could have a conversation with most of my co-stars, like if they are thinking co-stars, which were Saif, Amir, Shah Rukh, Ajay Devgan. I did a lot of films with him. I could always have a conversation with them. I grew to like Salman later. I mean, it was a process. At the time of Hum Saath Saath Hain, I don't think we were.
But did you?
Let me put it mildly, we were not best of friends.
Okay. What happened? He's
it is not
different personality, right?
He's a different kind of a person, and I've grown to appreciate that side of him later on. And there is that side to him. Also, everybody is different. I felt that he was kind of I don't know if that's the right way to put it, and I'm not trying to be diplomatic. I just don't know how to explain it.
Okay.
But there are two sides to Salman, and you can either love him or you will hate him. And at that point of time, I was not fond of him when I was doing Hum Saath Saath Hain. I mean, I have had my close-ups that we are doing when he's standing behind the camera and making faces at me. But that was Salman. He's a prankster. He's like a child. Okay. But at that point of time, I was most offended that what is this behavior? And I'm not even going to talk to you, this behavior. But as I got to know him more and more, and you realize that he is like a child, and everything is to extremes,
Okay.
So if he's caring about you, he'll care about you to another extreme. And suddenly, for the same person who's making faces behind the camera is the same person who has made 2 trips maybe to New York, where I'm there to see if I'm if I'm okay in my illness, and for the fact that he would call up and check with Goldie, my husband, and say, are you sure you've got the right doctors? I think you should get in touch with these doctors also. Sending the names that, okay, I know you've got her here, but maybe you should talk to these people also. Just being so invested in wanting to know that, is he doing it correctly? Where I felt that he took it as कि industry की हम ये जो industry के लोग हैं, this is a fraternity, and he suddenly turned into something like an elder person in the fraternity who was saying, are you sure you've touched all the bases, you've checked all the boxes, you've ticked them all? And then once he was convinced that we had done what is the best option at this point, he was calm about it. But to do that just showed how sensitive and caring he is. So I'm not trying to be politically correct. I've had my issues with him, but I've grown to understand that side of him.
Do subscribe to the ANI Clips channel to get shorter versions of this podcast. Click here to watch the full episode.